Alright, okay. Hi everyone, this is my new Pokemon, and I'm pretty sure that the Pokemon is not trying to kill me. Hi everyone, let's start! I choose you!
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. Are you wondering why it's dark, why I'm skipping the normal intro? It's because I'm in hiding. From what? From them. The ones who hunt us, that feed on our fear and our lifeblood. Have you ever seen a Jigglypuff drink water, Mandrake? Oh no. Oh, it's here.
Mewtwo!
Oh, run! Ah!
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by while we fix the issue. Game check. Oh, such a cute Pokemon.
Okay, I'm here. We're doing this. I got out alive, just barely. Today, we're talking about what is probably the most dangerous Pokemon in the entire Pokedex.
Why?
Say it with me.
Mewtwo is the most dangerous. Understandable is
Now,
strong, legendary.
Alcremie.
Huh?
What? Well, what's wrong? You don't believe me? You think I'm memeing right now? This is some...
I'm sorry, what is the meme just now?
What's wrong? You don't believe me? You think I'm memeing
All these flavors and you chose to
right now? That this is some sort of big goof? You haven't seen what I have seen, but you...
Yes, I do think that you are memeing us, you're trolling us. I do think that is a big goof. Yes. What do you mean?
Will, by the time I'm done, you will have the fear in your heart for this Pokemon too. Now, I may be exaggerating slightly. There may be Pokemon with higher kill counts out there, but I think Alcremie can hold its own against all but the most powerful Pokemon.
It's a fairy type, come on. And fairy types Pokemons are meant to be like cute, adorable, aww, so nice, the kind of feeling, you know. Why do you say it's the scariest, most kill count?
Now, I'm researching this and writing this before Sword and Shield actually comes out, and it's getting edited after it comes out, so there won't really be any spoilers, but hopefully nothing in the game contradicts me. I don't think it will, unless the Pokedex literally says something like, "This is the most harmless Pokemon ever known to exist." In which case, I will know for a fact that the hashtag Pastel Aesthetic Gang got to the professors in charge of writing the Pokedex entry, and they are in need of rescuing by me. Okay.
Unless the Pokédex specifically say this particular line, you know? No, that's
I'm gonna calm down now because I've probably left a lot of you behind. How could this Pokemon, this thing right here that literally looks like a big old pile of frosting, possibly be dangerous? And before we actually answer that with science, we have to go over a bit of the lore first. Like I said before, I don't have access to the Pokedex right now since Alcremie is a new Pokemon that's being introduced in the most recent Pokemon game, Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Which, technically speaking, is 2019, but that was 2 years ago, so it's not necessarily new per se, but it's still awesome by the way. Alcremie, yeah, let's continue.
And it's the latest iteration in the list of Pokemon that Gen 1ers look at, shake their heads and lament, "Back in my day, Pokemon wasn't full of such nonsense. Game Freak must be running out of ideas."
Running out of ideas.
To which I say, Geodude is literally a rock, Execute is literally just a pile of eggs, and Mr. Mime? Man, I'm really abusing the cutaway
Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee.
gag in this video. Whatever, it makes mixing the music easier. Anyway, you're not supposed to see this part of the video. Point is, Pokemon has always been kinda dumb and had weird entries in it. Although, granted, unless you
Magnemite, yes.
count Tauros. None of them have been actual literal food like Cherubi, Cherim, Swirlix, Slurlpuff, Game Freak, and Vanillite's entire evolutionary line, and of course, Alcremie. This earns a bit of disdain from 100-year-old millennials like me, but that's because we simply
You're so
lack
millennials.
the imagination to understand the sheer power and horror behind these Pokemon that exist solely, entirely to hunt and kill us in our sleep. Oh, you think I'm joking? I
think you're
am
joking.
deadly serious.
Yeah, I think you're joking.
But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. The existence of these Pokemon seems ridiculous at first glance, but they actually make a great deal of sense within the context of the Pokemon universe. Instead of being ridiculous, on the contrary, they make a heck of a lot more sense than a lot of other Pokemon. Why? Because they are displaying a very common evolutionary trait that we see a lot in the real world: mimicry.
Mimicry.
You're familiar with mimicry. It's why walking sticks look like actual sticks, or the actually harmless Mexican milk snake that looks almost indistinguishable from the very deadly Texas coral snake. Speaking of snakes, there's also the larval form of the Hemeroplanus triptolemus moth that looks almost exactly like a pit viper and will actually mock strike at potential predators in order to scare them away.
That looks like a snake.
These are all examples of mimicry, an evolutionary phenomenon that is utterly fascinating to me.
But it's an insect, right? It's an insect that looks like a snake.
There's several different types of mimicry in the wild. The ones I listed above are examples of Batesian mimicry, where
Prestigian mimicry.
a harmless mimic poses as something harmful. There's also Mullerian mimicry,
Mullerian mimicry.
where a harmful species wears a billboard in order to signal to the world not to mess with it. There are other categories as well, but they're not as important for what we're talking about today. These are examples of defensive mimicry, and the way they occur in nature is utterly fascinating. It happens the same way any evolutionary adaptation happens. A small mutation occurs when cells divide during procreation. If that mutation makes it easier to survive, you're more likely to spread your genes, which spreads the mutation around. Accidentally got some yellow and black stripes? Guess what? Everyone's gonna think you're a wasp now. Congratulations, because you get to do anything you want because everyone thinks you're a freaking wasp. Now all your kids are gonna look like wasps, and your genes get a huge evolutionary advantage in the gene pool. Of course, this process is very slow, especially when it comes to
Just a few 100,000 years.
perfectly mimicking predators. A bit of camouflage can happen in maybe a few generations, but shaping your entire butt to look like a snake, developing a harmless strike instinct to sell the facade, that takes an extraordinarily long time for natural selection to shape into being, but it can.
True. It takes a long time to create this facade, to create this illusion that, a harmless insect can be a snake.
And does happen, because nature is amazing and horrific at the same time. Humans have even caused this by mistake. Rye was originally a weed that evolved to look like wheat so it wouldn't get ripped out of our farms. Ha! Joke's on you, Rye. We're gonna eat you and make whiskey out of you anyway. Pranked! We will eat and drink anything. We're not scared of you. Just some plant. Which brings us back to
Rye, grains, we can make rice. Rye, we can make, beverages.
Pokemon and these things. And actually, you know what? Let's back up to Generation 1. Voltorb.
Voltorb.
I always hated this Pokemon.
This looks like a Pokeball. It literally looks like a Pokeball.
As a kid, you guys literally just made a Pokemon that looks like a Pokeball. Okay, these things are an example of a whole different kind of mimicry. What we mentioned before, that was defensive mimicry. This is aggressive mimicry, predacious mimicry. I first
Aggressive mimicry. Predacious mimicry.
encountered these Pokemon in the dilapidated power plant by picking up what I thought was an item, but it turned out to be a freaking sentient hand grenade. It's these
I get. You just mentioned that it was a sentient hand grenade. Kaboom! Explodes. Go. Let me take a break. Okay, I'm good.
jerks that are actually the key to everything. The missing link between Alcremie and Vanillite and the rest of the Pokedex. Pokedex. We don't get elucidation into the origins of Voltorb until Pokemon Silver, whereupon the Pokedex says it was discovered when Pokeballs were introduced. It is said that there is some connection. And then Ruby elaborates that it was first sighted in a building that manufactured Pokeballs. Some of the Pokedex entries speculate that Voltorb actually is a sentient Pokeball come to life a la Frankenstein's monster, but I don't think that's the case. I think that it is a Pokemon that evolved to resemble something harmless. In order to do what? Kill humans. That's what they do when you try to pick them up. They'll either attack you, electrocute you, or explode. And what does this have to do with Alcremie? Everything. Voltorb establishes two very important facts. One, Pokemon will evolve mimicry in order to hunt humans, and two, they can evolve incredibly quickly. I'm not sure if this is
Pokemon can evolve very quickly. Think about it. Pokeballs was created like less than 100,000 years ago, correct? But Voltorb and Electrode looks very similar to a Pokeball. So Pokemon really does evolve very quickly.
Ditto
Literally evolve.
or Mew related, but Pokemon can adapt to changing stimuli in the environment incredibly fast.
Or maybe it was man-made.
Voltorb, of course, isn't unique in being an ambush
It was artificial Pokemon.
predator. Tons of Pokemon do this. Chandelure comes to mind, but Voltorb closes a gap on the time it takes, i.e. almost no time at all. Presumably in a generation or two, this is very quick. And this is why we have to circle back to Alcremie and Vanillite, because fine, ambush predators exist. That makes sense. But what makes these Pokemon so dangerous? Because they are highly specialized for one thing: murder. You see, Voltorbs and Electrodes are just as likely to be left alone as a piece of garbage, maybe an old broken Pokeball. Who would even want that? Their mimicry is just as likely to be defensive as it is also aggressive. But these cream puff monsters, these things clearly exist only to kill. Aggressive mimicry usually means that whatever evolved these characteristics has a very specialized skill set. Ant spiders are spiders that look like ants and can clone pheromones in order to invade ant society in order to eat ants without being bothered. The orchid mantis disguises itself like a flower so it can kill and eat butterflies and bees. Venus flytraps are like, look at me, don't I look delicious? I definitely am a flower, you guys. And then they eat whatever dumb bug flies into them. What do all these mimics have in common? They have a very specialized job.
A very specialized job for a very specialized target audience. Wait a minute. We enjoy ice cream, we enjoy cakes. Alcremie!
Hunting a very narrow range of prey. They aren't exactly Renaissance animals that adapted to a wide range of prey groups. They were like, if I do this one thing really, really well, I can eat something every day. It means that aggressive mimicry, especially when it's so specific as to look just like another thing that already exists, it tells you a lot about the sort of prey that are targets. So tell me, if an ant spider dresses up like an ant to kill ants, or an orchid mantis dresses up like an orchid, aka butterfly food, in order to kill butterflies, what exactly is a Pokemon that dresses like literal, actual candy hunting for food? I'll give you a hint. Us! It is hunting us, it is after us and our children! And I tell you what, once you realize this, that pretty much the instant the first ice cream shop was opened and some Ditto or whatever was like, hey, if I look like a puff pastry, they'll just like walk right up to me and I'll eat every day, and then blam, new apex predator in the house. It really makes you worry about the weaponized cuteness of Sylveon and its tendrils that can literally read minds, or Blissey eggs that can make you docile if you eat them. We already have documentation that Jellicent is the exact sort of monster that intentionally lures people to their deaths. Pokemon are hunting us, meaning all those hashtag aesthetic teams you're building filled with pastel goths are actually like the most dangerous teams of Pokemon that want more than anything to eat your flesh and turn it into nutrients so they can take over the world. Or maybe they're just a normal predator and don't have any aspirations for world domination. Does make you wonder what Jigglypuff does once it sings its victims to sleep, though.
True. Really does makes you wonder what Jigglypuff does after the victims are asleep. Jigglypuff, Jiggly.
Which, I mean, maybe I wouldn't mind. After researching this episode, I haven't slept. It's been days since I slept. Afraid of Pokemon? Which aren't real. My bad. Never mind. Sincerely, Austin.
Yes. Oh, the mask. The eye mask.
Subscribe to the channel.
I really like it that he said this like subscribe to the channel. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I do. If you do like this video, please consider to like, share and subscribe to my channel and comment down below if you have anything to share with us. Do remember to follow my channel and I sincerely appreciate all of your support for me. Thank you so much, and yeah, when you subscribe to my channel, do remember to ring the notification bell as well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much. But hey, that's just the signs. The signs of. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video. This video came out from my YouTube channel, The Game Theorists. This video came out 2 years ago, around 2 years ago, 2019. So I sincerely appreciate that all of you came over and just go over and watch more of their videos. They are a huge inspiration for me to be a content creator, and I sincerely appreciate their work. Very motivational, very inspirational, very encouraging. Their supportive attitude really helps make me who I am. And yeah, I'm just a huge fan, so thank you. Just a huge fan. Thank you.